Hello everyone, I'm George.
And I'm Ron.
And together we're
George and Ron.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Lawn Talk. Today we're going to talk to you guys in all different trades. This is not just the lawn care, this is for everybody. This is again a video that's related to your marketing structure, how to get more customers. Bottom line in today's day and age on how to get more customers is absolutely for any trade. Ron, who are we talking to here?
We're the internet.
The internet.
The internet is the number one way to expand your business. It's
yep.
Hands down.
We're talking to carpenters, we're talking to plumbers, electricians, house builders. I don't care who you are. If you have a business and you're not on the internet, I should say, if you're not on page 1 of Google, you're pretty much dead to the world because nobody can find you. Hey, I got a joke. Okay. Ron, where do you hide a dead body?
I don't know, George.
Page 2 of Google, because no one can find you there.
That's not a joke.
I know, that's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. So, having said that, what you guys need is a good website and good SEO work. Here's how they come together. For those of you who don't know, you got to have a good website. Okay, so you need someone to build it for you unless you're really good at building it yourself. And I've heard this from a lot of guys. They tell me all the time, oh, I did this site myself, you know, because of course they found some free software stuff that they used and jumbled it together and it looks like it was made back in the 20s, and that's the results they get from it. So on one hand, you got this really beautiful site that they paid someone to make. Okay, let's say you took it there and you paid someone and he made you a beautiful site, and now you don't do any SEO work, so you can't find it and it's on page 2 of Google, or it's more than likely it's on page 37 of Google where nobody's ever going to find you. What good is it? Absolutely no good to you. Now we got some other guy that paid somebody to do SEO work and he built a really shitty site. It's a crappy looking site. It looks again like it was made back in the 20s, and he takes that and he puts that on the first page of Google. So what happens when someone lands on that site? I'll tell you what happens when someone lands on that site. They get off of it about as quick as they can because it looks ancient. Okay? There's a difference. What do you think about that, Ron?
You know, George?
You don't know, back. You want me to keep talking?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I know quite well, not everything about it, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Right, because you have been under the tutelage of George.
Schooling. You know, well, I went to Penn State. He went to the Penn. Oh, he went to the State Penn, you know.
Well, that was only once, Ron.
Yeah,
in all fairness. Yeah. Yes.
But, you know, that goes back to talking about cold calls and hot calls. Cold calls is, again, you know, where you actually go door knocking, you knock on a door. Hello, my name is Ron. I'm in a lawn care business. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Chances are either he's, you know, having a cocktail or he's eating lunch. He doesn't have no time to talk to you.
Yeah, and this happens all the time.
It does happen all the time.
When you cold call, guys, you can't expect more than 1% generally. As a standard rule in just about everything, whether it's postcards, door hangers, street mailers, any of that stuff, 1% is a pretty good average of what you can expect, and a lot of times not even that. It's like 0.5%, literally. I mean, you can have days where you can put out 100 flyers and you can get, you know, 5 calls, or you can have days where you don't get any calls whatsoever. So it's really it's a freaky thing. One of the best things you can do as far as that goes, as long as we're talking about the door hangers, is you get your best response in the spring when it's most in demand. And I'm not the guy that came up with that by any means. Actually, Lawn Care Millionaire was the guy that came up with that, and he's absolutely right. You know, very smart guy. If you guys haven't seen him, he's very intelligent. But he talked about that, about how you want to market, and that goes for all forms of your marketing. You want to market when the season's there for it. So if you're trying to get your lawn care business up and running, you want to be hammering door flyers out in the spring. You want to be hammering your internet during the spring. You want to hammer your pay-per-clicks, which is a whole nother thing you can do on the internet for those of you who aren't familiar with that. I mean, we use pay-per-clicks, we use our organics in our SEO work, all that stuff. Our internet by far is the biggest thing for us. So back to you, Ron.
And back to you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and that's where your hot leads come from. Now, your hot leads, chances are, you know, there again it goes, they're looking for you. You're not out there looking for them, you know, say 8 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, they're looking for you, and they're looking for you 24 hours a day, because somebody's always on the internet looking for somebody to do something for them, whether it's, you know, they got an outlet that they need replaced, or their toilet's plugged. People are always looking for somebody, and
you want to get them when you want to get them at that moment when they're looking for you, because then it's hot. The lead is hot. Okay, even a door hanger. They could think about it for a second. They're like, oh, I should probably call those guys, and it might end up on the counter, and then they forget all about it, and a week later they're just like, oh, I didn't call. They throw it in the garbage, you know, things like that. So that does happen.
Yeah.
You know, we're filming over here once again. Good gravy, we can't find a spot.
We can't. We're gonna have to find another town.
Oh, another town.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Let's go.
People can't leave us alone.
I know.
And they know what they can see what we're doing.
I know. Yeah, I think I put that red light on.
You did have the red light on.
I did.
We're filming light, it was on. So, whatever. They're not listening. Anyway, here's the thing, guys. It's getting dark on us out here, so picture's going to get grainy. But here's the thing. If you don't do this stuff, believe me, your competition is. And they're going to kill you. They're going to crush you. You wonder how they're getting all the jobs all around you. You're like, geez, how do those guys get them? They get them because they're on the internet.
Yes.
Go on the internet in your town and look at the top 3 guys or top 5 guys on the internet. I guarantee you're going to know who those guys are. You're going to say, yep, I saw his truck, I saw his truck, and I saw his truck. Okay, and 9 out of 10 times, these guys got nice looking trucks. Why do you think they have the nice trucks with the wraps on them and whatnot, and you're monkeying around driving a rusted out piece of shit, pulling a trailer behind you that looks like hell, and you wonder maybe what the difference is? I'll tell you one of the main differences. He's out there busting ass, taking names, getting a lot of work lined up, okay? So now he's making a lot of money. He can afford to drive trucks like that, right, Ron?
Yeah. Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Because of his advertising, you know, and you're always going to find, you know, thousands of companies out there that are trying to rob you blind when they come to the internet. You know, you can go anywhere from, you know, $2,500 to $4,500 and pay somebody to set you up a website, and they'll do your SEO work for 1 month, and you're up there, you're all happy. You know, your calls are coming in, and then all of a sudden, a month from now, you go on to click on your website, and all of a sudden, you're going down 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages, and next thing you know, you're not getting any calls. And you call them up, well, yeah, they're going to get you back up there, but it's going to be another $1,000. And you can find them guys all day long. It's the guys that can do it for a reasonable price, and they are out there, but you just have to look at them.
Right.
Look for them. I apologize.
Right. And as well, you should have apologized.
Well, I'm always apologizing to George.
So anyway, the point behind this whole thing, guys, is how do you find a good company? That's very difficult to find a good company. I'll tell you how. You talk to me, because I have found one. I found a guy like finding a needle in the haystack. My guy, I've told you guys this over and over again, and I'll put it in 20 videos. I don't care till you guys get it. My guy will build sites for $1,000. Okay, he'll build you a site. He'll get you, do your SEO work, get you on the first page of Google for $1,000. He has a small hosting fee. I think it's either 12 or 15. I got to ask him what it was, but it's very small. You know, it's not like these guys that want $2,000 a month to do your SEO work and this, that, and the other. So we found decent guys to work with that help us out with this stuff, and they could actually handle the load that we bring them, you know, and we get a lot of guys that follow our advice, and you know, and they get going on the internet. And the thing is, you're never going to regret following our advice on that, because it's going to be making you a bunch of money. So you're going to be glad you did it. You're going to wish you had done it 10 years ago, because I know that's what we wished we had done at least 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Well, we only would have been in our early 20s.
Right, in our early 20s back then.
You know, and I understand when you're in the early 20s, you can't think that far ahead, but
no, we can't think that far ahead. And we're not much for thinking anyway. So
no, we're not.
But it is getting time for Late Night with George and Ron, so we're going to have to wrap this up outside, get inside where there's some daylight. But I just want to leave you guys with this thought. If you're interested in getting hooked up on the internet, which you should be, you absolutely should be, email me at george@familylawnandlandscape.com. I'll hook you guys up with my guy. You can talk to him, decide if it's right for you or not. The $1,000 that you spend with this guy, he's going to make you $10,000 in no time. So to me, it's a no-brainer. You know, when I look at it, when I look at things, Ron, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this. Every customer to me is worth $1,000.
And that's very true. They are.
So
they are.
So how many calls did we get today? just off the internet marketing alone. But forget the door hangers and all that other stuff. What did we get today off of it?
I believe we got 9 calls today off of our internet stuff, and we locked up 7 of them.
So that's $7,000.
So that's $7,000 plus we got a couple of side jobs. So
Plus we got a couple of side jobs. So if we just stuck with the mowing end of it, which is the maintenance, which is the least amount of money, versus the sod, we get paid better for that stuff. But $7,000. It cost me $1,000 to get this done a couple of years ago. Do you know how much money I've made off the internet, you guys? You wouldn't believe the amount. But like I said, it's getting really grainy. We got to go. This is George.
and Ron.
And together we're
George
and Ron. See you guys.
Bye. Good night.